LinPRimpers, welcome back to another episode of Laraddiji's LinPRIMP. I'm a Nigerian American lifestyle blogger who loves living a peaceful life, and I love talking about situations we might find ourselves in that need peaceful endings. It's all about the makeup section of this channel, the must keep up piece section, where I tell you guys a story about something that happened to me. And today, I was actually thinking, what story am I going to tell you guys? And I remembered this one time that I got angry with my fiance a couple of days before our wedding, over 10 years ago now. And I just remembered how angry I was. And I was so upset to the point that, I thought, will this wedding even hold? Oh my goodness. So this is what happened. It started with me going, I believe I went to work. We had only one car, so I had to take public transportation. Yeah. And getting to work was not easy. It involved walking to the bus station, taking the bus all the way to the ferry, which was about 30 minutes, and then taking the ferry to Manhattan, which was about another 30 minutes, and then taking the train, which was about another 30 minutes ride, and then walking, I can't remember how many blocks, walking about 3 blocks from the train station. So just to get to work, it would take about 2 hours to get to work. So that was fine. We had that plan already. And then coming on the next day, because I was working night, so I did that the evening before. And then coming back the next day, I had to do the same thing all over. But the plan that we had was, okay, when I get to the other side of the ferry, that my fiance at the time would come pick me up at the ferry. So I believe the day, was it on the day? So the day I was to come back, my husband actually went to pick up I'd gone to pick up his mom at the airport. Something happened with my phone, or something happened with his phone, or there was no connection, or there was no service. Something had to do with the phone. I can't remember, but if I ask my husband, I'm sure he remembers everything like it was yesterday. He remembers everything. Me, on the other hand, I don't have enough gigabytes in my brain to remember a lot of things, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it helps me so I don't, keep grudges and, dwell too long on things, because I don't remember. I usually just let things go as soon as they happen. But this time around, I was like, oh my goodness, I was so upset. So the plan was he would come to pick me up. He ended up not picking me up due to communication issues, and I had to take the bus. Oh my goodness, this bus ride. I was like, what could he have been doing? Why didn't he come to pick me up? This was not our plan. Why did this guy disrespect me like this? How dare he? Those were the kind of thoughts that was going on in my mind. And how am I going to marry this guy in a couple of days after treating me like this? Oh my goodness, I was so upset, and I was thinking of all the things I was going to say to him. And I was just so upset, and I couldn't shake it off. So when I got home, I played it cool, but I was still upset. I wasn't myself. We had to take care of seating arrangements and other things, but I was like, I just did it out of, we just have to do it. Before we would sit together, now we are like at the other end of couches, and we're getting married in like 2-3 days. So this was so frustrating. I was so upset, and I couldn't, I think we ended up having an argument. We ended up having an argument about it, and an elderly person. I think my parents figured out something was up. I think they knew I was very upset, but I think my dad's older sister said, all right, we have to talk. You guys can't be like this when, there's a wedding. You guys are getting married in a couple of days. And I remember her talking with us that, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to figure out in this, in our marriage. And we have to learn to forgive and things like that. But I'm sure, this is going to spark a conversation with my husband later on, and we'll probably talk about it and see if he remembers what happened on that day. since I can't remember exactly what happened. But yeah, the moral of the lesson, the moral of the story is that there's going to be times when you and your husband, you and your, your spouse, you and your potential guy, you and your potential girl will have an argument. Yes, we are not stones. We are not robots. We have feelings. The best thing is to air out your feelings. Let your partner know how you're feeling about a certain situation, a certain occurrence that has happened. Let them know how you're feeling. I feel hurt. Why didn't you do what you said you were going to do? And then you take care of those problems as they arise. It doesn't help when you don't voice out your concerns, or you keep things in your mind, in your heart. You don't let the other person know what's going on. You don't communicate to come to a common ground where you can now move on forward with your plans. So that was a lesson I learned on that day. And thank God we just celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary. It hasn't been smooth. There's been issues. And, I've always prayed for God's wisdom in how to handle particular situations, especially when some situations are occurring over and over again. And sometimes it's just God's way of telling you need to be extra patient. Thank you guys for watching this episode with me. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of this video. I hope you have learned, one lesson, or even if it's just a little bit of what I've just talked about that you've taken as a lesson from today's video. I appreciate you. Thank you. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. And like this video, share it to your friends, share it to someone that might need this at this time. If you're watching for the first time, my name is Laraddiji. I'm a Nigerian American lifestyle vlogger who loves living a peaceful life. And I love talking about situations we might find ourselves in that need peaceful endings, in all aspects of life. You see me in my next video. Let's continue to love our neighbors as ourselves. And remember to rest in peace. We all need to be living in peace. Stay blessed, you guys. You see me in my next one. You see me in my next one. See me in my next one. You see me in my next one. All right, you guys. Bye.